Ninja! Okay, that was Ninja Theodore. That's like Super Ninja Theodore. Anyway, guys, what is up, legends? Martin Legend and Ninja Theodore, as he will henceforth be known, back with another card trick. And today's one is amazing. Your spectator will never see it coming. And I just quickly have a little bit of housekeeping, as it were. Somebody let me know in the comments that they also watch every single video, and I've looked through the comments and they do comment very regularly. So they said they would also like to hear their name in one of my videos. So yes, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. Chinmay Vasavada. Thank you. You are amazing. Thank you for watching my videos. You are fantastic. And yes, if you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you watch all my videos, you might also hear your name sometime. And yes, comment, like, subscribe, all of those good things. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into today's performance. Okay, guys, so for today's card trick, I'll go up to a spectator and I'll give the deck a cut just like this. Wow, that was a very, very tricky cut. And now I'll tell the spectator I'm going to have them select a card, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the deck, and one more time just to get it all nice and mixed up, and I'm going to ruffle down the side of the deck and they can just say stop. Let's say they stop right there. Okay. So for this purposes, that is your card. I don't want to see your card, and I'm just going to put it back where it was, just like that. And now I'm going to give the deck a couple of cuts, just like this. I'll maybe give it one more cut, just like this. And now I'll give it a couple of face-up cuts, just so you can see that I am completely mixing up the order of this deck. And I'll give it maybe 2 or so more cuts, maybe 1 or 2 more, just to get it nice and completely mixed up, and that your card is completely mixed up. And I think I'm happy now. And now, just by snapping my fingers, I can say that your card would in fact be the 10th card down from the top. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card down is your card. However, I'm not completely happy with that yet, because I know you guys will probably now say, oh, we've seen you do a trick that's very similar to this before, but there's a little bit more to this one. Inside this pack, we have what I like to call, let me just cut it one more time to get that card slightly more towards the middle of the pack. Inside this pack, we have what I like to call a sneaky little card right there. And this card is the only blue card in this entire pack. And it's your card's soulmate. Anyway, guys, if you like this card trick, you better stick around for the tutorial. And as always, there's 4 links in the description of any video: how to shuffle cards like a magician, how to do magician's choice, how to force a card on a spectator, you do need that, and how to control a spectator's card, you do not need that. Okay, guys, so for this card trick, there is obviously a bit of a setup. I'm just looking to find the setup quickly. Let me just find it. Okay, so you would have a setup. You have, of any suit, I just chose the clubs, because the clubs are the least obvious. When I'll speak about that when we get there. I just chose the clubs. So you have 1 through king of clubs. A jack would count 11, 1 would count, ace would count 1, a queen would count 12, and a king would count 13. Then you have any card that you're going to force on your spectator and its soulmate, but try and make it in a pack that's a contrasting color, like blue and red. That always works well. So now what you have is you have this setup with the card that's the soulmate on top of the setup at the very bottom of the deck. So very bottom of the deck, you have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, and the forced card, which is the other color card. Then right at the top of the deck, you have the card you're going to force on them. Now you can force the card in any way. So I would go up to a spectator and I would do a false cut. Oh, maybe not like that, because don't cut too deep, because you might just flash the blue card. So maybe just cut a little bit off and a little bit more, and then you just do a false cut, but don't try and cut too deep, because if you flash that one, where's that one blue card now? If you flash that one blue card, you kind of give your game away. Okay, so just do any false cut you want. You don't even really need to do a false cut. It's not necessary per se. Okay, so now you go up to the spectator and tell them you're going to let them select a card, and what you do is you pivot swivel over a couple of cards, and you get a pinky break, and then what you do is you riffle down the side, and when they say stop, you just simply lift up by your thumb, and that is your card. and just put it back in the position it was in, because you've got your stack now on top of that. That's what you want. You want your stack on top of that. Now the trick is set up. Now what you can do is you can cut the deck once or twice, but make sure you cut that you're not going to cut your blue card. So you'll roughly know where your blue card is, and make sure you don't cut where your blue card is. Now what you do is you turn the deck face up and you start cutting until you see a club. That's good, but I want to cut a couple of more times. The reason I chose the clubs because hearts and spades people pay attention to. Clubs people don't tend to pay attention to. So you just cut the deck a couple of times face up. As long as it's one clean cut, it will not disturb the cyclical order. And as soon as you spot a club, let's see, maybe one day I'll spot a club. There we go. There I spot a club, and then you say, okay, I'm happy with that, and whichever value that is, that amount of cards down from the top will be your card. So you'll just tell your spectator, okay, I'm happy now, and I can imagine, by snapping my fingers, that your card will be the 12th card from the top, and you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12th card from the top is your card. And let's just cut the deck one more time. And now I just want to show you that that's not all. We have one face or one other color card, and that is in fact the soulmate to your card. And there you go, that's the trick. And now, as always, it's time to set up the thumbnail. Okay, I'm going to move it slightly more to the middle and then spread this out with the blue card hopefully close to this card, and I just bumped this one. I had it perfect. The blue card hopefully not quite. I'll get it eventually. Not quite. Again, one day I'll get this. There we go, that's close enough. And now I can just like maybe put a arrow in between here or something, and I think this is a gorgeous thumbnail, just like that. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. As always, until next time, Martin Legend and Mr. Ninja himself, Theodore the Magic Mascot. Peace everybody.